I will now shamelessly promote myself. No, honestly, this is just an overdue effort to provide um, information about how to contact me and what kind of books I have and how they can be purchased. This will also help me stop trying to provide this information at the end of every lecture, which I feel somewhat spoils the lectures. With that said, let's have a look at what I have. I'll shift gears for a moment. Here is my PDF of Lucifer's library. I will change the cover before I send it to Lulu, post it on Lulu. And I'm still working on this monster. It is 686 PDF pages. It's huge. I Yes, we don't have a table of contents. We have an altar of fire. This is a book that figuratively burns books, many, many books, mostly from the so-called Renaissance to modern, postmodern times. Yeah, a big section on William Shakespeare. There is in this, almost in the middle of the book, an audio-visual intermission, Jesuit theater. Many musicians and painters covered in this section. And many, many, many so-called modern authors covered here. Not only fiction, novel writers, but philosophy, philosophistry, and psychology here, and well, more than I can summarize. Literary critics, Solzhenitsyn, Chomsky, Hitler's so well his the book he reputedly wrote but did not, and it's just goes on and on. I have read a lot of books as a teacher of books of literature. I have read more than my share. So that's the Lucifer's Library. I'm getting some requests for the Criminal Bible, which I will polish a little and post on lulu.com soon. The Excuse me. The table of contents is also extensive. Sometimes I don't include everything, every sub chapter and sub chapter. So these table of contents, this one I think does include everything, yes. And so it does. It is extensive. There's chapters just on the Old Testament. I wish I could do page up on this, but there we go. The prophets, just Old Testament stuff. Saul to Cyrus, Joshua, Ruth, and Judges. Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, a nice short piece. Exodus, more extensive. Genesis, extensive. And then there is the I think there's an somewhat like, did I call it an intermission, a middle piece here, just on cannibalism mostly. I've covered some of this on fakeology. And then there is the New Testament, spirit of submission, organized by themes, not by chapters from the Gospels. No, just organized by the themes I detect. For example, the criminal's business, anti-Gnosticism, parody and irony, the death worshippers, Gnostic Gospels, anachronisms, auto-plagiarism, all the connections to, all the parallels between the Bible and other books. There are many. I mean, I do so much work with my books that really this little section here about Buddhism summarizes someone else's entire book in one chapter, a small couple pages. The secret history of world conquest, Jew history, Christian history, satanic culture, and more. And the Encyclopedia Commedia, another book I haven't put on lulu.com yet. It has also an extensive table of contents, but I've shortened it. I didn't want to fill 10 pages with table of contents. This book covers history and topics, whereas the other four of my books are actually just books about books. And this one is not about books so much. It's more about it. It has a chapter on language, writing about writing, thoughts about thought, words about words, commedia, media, history, famous figures, the Fake Family album, science, economics, education, present all these things, all these chapters present my thoughts with some creativity and sometimes humor. And this book also includes some poetry, some letters. It's quite a creative work, one of my favorites. Maybe my favorites. And let's have a look at what Lulu has done with my work. A friend has received. Well, let's have a look at Lulu first. There is The Holy Spells, a book on religions in general, including our very religious secular world, but mostly about other religions, all the major religions and some minor religions. There's a very expensive hardcover copy here, but I've added black and white soft cover copies that are available, and I have to split my books into volumes. So this is volume 2, volume 1 of the Holy Spells, Counterfeit Classics. This is the hardcover one, paperback, $25. Holy Spells, 30 and 27. Counterfeit Classics deals mostly with, or I might say entirely, with classic Greek, Roman, and Northwestern European medieval literature. huge section just on Greek literature, thanks to Homer, Plato, and Aristotle, but many others are exposed, not covered. No, 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 exposed. So, and they are affordable. This is 20 years of work. And I was going to share a couple pictures of what these books, what one of these books looks like. This was received by a friend in good condition. I was a little concerned about image quality and maybe the formatting and the binding, but everything is in order. The back covers will all have one of my paintings, a copy of one of my paintings. I don't know what else to put there. And the illustrations are good quality. Well, especially the large ones, which I took from Wikipedia and I've used in some of my lectures. So if you wish to contact me, that can be done at, well, where are you now? I want to share that. Special page. There we go. Encyclopedia. One moment. Nothing ever goes perfectly smoothly. There we go. This is my preferred contact address. And another book list. I think I've just given you a better tour than this list with its very brief summaries. And yes, there's my real name exposed to the world. Of course, you can also do searches by titles. You can also buy PDFs for 20 in your currency. It will save you money, of course, as opposed to buying the paper copies. But it would be nice to know that people have paper copies around. Just in case, I get banned or we get banned from the platforms that host us, or the entire internet vanishes, or we need licenses for it, whatever happens. It's good to have paper somewhere. I used to keep paper copies of my work, but they evolved so fast. I would have to be printing them every year. Right. So that's about it for the info. You can pay through PayPal. You can pay on Lulu, of course. You can pay through if you're interested in a PDF, e-transfers via this email address. An Amazon gift card, if you must, if you wish. And well, not many people have a Wise account, but that's also an option. I hope this has been helpful, for both of us, all of us.